So, as you can see, I decided to do this flamenco dancer kind of look, basically because back in Venezuela, flamenco is very popular, and I never took classes, but I always admire my friends that would do so, and like the dances and the dresses that they wear. I always find it so beautiful. So because I live here in the United States, I imagine that not many people were gonna dress as a flamenco dancer for Halloween, so it's kind of original over here. And I decided to give it a twist, a little Halloween twist, and add this half skull face, just to, you know, make it a little bit more Halloween appropriate. And I love how it turned out. I mean, I'm kind of worried that my American people are gonna think that I'm wearing Dia de los Muertos look, which I'm not, because I'm not Mexican and I have to respect their culture. I love when my friends wear Dia de los Muertos kind of makeup, and I have done Dia de los Muertos makeup on my friends, but that is not for me to wear. So I just hope my Americans, you know, are cultured enough to understand what I went for in Halloween. But we shall see. But for now, how about I show you how I achieved this look? Okay, so I'm gonna start by doing normal makeup on one side of my face, and then I'm gonna do this skull on the other side of my face. While I let that dry, I'm gonna do my eyebrows with the Anastasia Beverly Hills pomade. I'm gonna apply some loose powder. Okay, so I'm gonna start with like a very skin tone color to give some depth to my eye, and then I'm gonna take a blush type of tone and I'm gonna deepen that eyeball, and then I'm gonna take this color that is more like a chocolate con leche. So for the metallic shade, I'm gonna take a kind of like a cranberry color to go with, you know, the dress that I'm wearing. The eye makeup is definitely not gonna be the protagonist. Okay, now I'm gonna go with a black eyeshadow, and I'm gonna just go over my lash line to make the eyes a little bit smoky. I don't want to use something as harsh as an eyeliner. I want it to look more like smoked out. Let's move on to foundation. This one is by Anastasia Beverly Hills. Okay, then I'm gonna take the Born This Way concealer again. And I'm gonna now contour with the same Anastasia Beverly Hills stick foundation. They have a couple of shades that are like bronze, highlight, and this one is called Shadow, and it's made for contouring. I as you can see, I'm contouring and putting foundation, even though I'm gonna do the skull, because I want the skull to look like dimensional. I want it to look like it's over my skin. But I'm basically leaving the areas that I know I'm gonna put creams on without mattifying them, because if you go over a place that you already mattified with creams, it's gonna start to break down and look crazy. I'm gonna finish off with my under eye lash line and then some mascara. Okay, so the idea is that I have my Pinterest board in front of me. So if you see that I'm looking down, it's because I'm looking at my Pinterest board. So I'm gonna take a little bit of eyeshadow on this tight line liner by Sigma, because, you know, just in case I make mistakes. I'm gonna start with the forehead, that maybe is easier that way. Just gonna do very lightly. I'm trying to feel. Okay, my cheekbone is until here, it starts here. So I'm gonna do like line and make like a half circle until the cheekbone. And then I'm kind of like feeling my bone, because, you know, it doesn't have to look very realistic, but it should align with your bone so that when you see it, it makes sense. Okay, I made a mistake, and because it's creams, I can just like wipe it. Oh my god. Okay. You know what's the problem? That I've always been, since I was little, I'm very good at coloring, but I've never been that good at sketching. So I think I'm gonna start from almost at my ear, because I've realized that I don't have enough space in the side of my face to do like the whole makeup if I don't start from the very back. So I'm doing this, which is like the first bone. Oh my god, my friends that study medicine must be watching this like, what is she doing? That is not the proper name of the bone. I'm sorry, okay? I promised my biology teacher I will not study medicine because I was not that good at biology. So, we're gonna start the first curve, okay? All the way back. Then, it's basically like 3 curves that I need to do. That's where the problem lies. But well, I already did one, so then I'm gonna do the second one, going down a little bit. One big. We just gonna try to do that last curve better. In the jaw, I'm not gonna do a lot. I just want to like do a very sharp line there so that it, you know, it kind of like highlights the jaw, and here too. Then for under the eye, I always like to do, when I do any skull makeup, I like to do like a small semicircle here. I can even do like a small double line. So now I'm gonna take Vane. This one is the cream foundation in white. I have to say, this white, I really like it because it's not like a very cool tone, clownish white. This is more of like a creamier version. Okay, so as you can see, it's gonna mix with my foundation, and that's why I put foundation first, because I want it to look like smoked out. I'm applying white all over the places that I want it to look white, and then blending it in. Now I'm gonna take a more precise and a smaller brush. I'm gonna start to shape it. So I'm just gonna do like the edges. I'm gonna go over with a white eyeshadow to kind of like set my white base. It's more like a whitish base. So now I'm gonna take this kind of like fluffy, dense and curved eyeshadow brush, and I'm not gonna go over with black. I'm gonna go over with like a very dark cool tone brown. This kind of brush is very important for these looks that are blended because it's gonna apply and blend at the same time. This is honestly my favorite part of this makeup. The blending is always my favorite. As I was saying before, you know, growing up, I was always very good at coloring. I'm still good at coloring. I love it so much. But I was never like that good at drawing. So I can still see those skills, you know, when I do my eyeshadow makeup every day. And that's a part of makeup that, you know, many people don't think about. It's not only frivolous, it's also an expression, a form of art that you wear on yourself, you know, in a way. Okay, so I'm gonna use a dense brush again, a curved dense brush, but this one is the smudge brush by Sigma. I'm gonna use it to do the details. Okay, so now I'm gonna use a little bit of black eyeshadow, but mixed with dark brown. And first I'm gonna do like the line of in between the teeth. So you see I just did these lines for reference. Now I'm gonna make them look a little bit more like teeth, and I'm gonna round the edges. I'm gonna do a little bit of shading in between the teeth, like if it's the root, you know, because you wouldn't have gums. With this brush by Real Techniques is the one that I usually use on this step because it makes the perfect like shape of teeth, I feel. So as you can see, I'm using again the same brush to sketch to now really define the teeth. I'm gonna take this very shimmery white metallic eyeshadow and I'm gonna use it to highlight, you know? So usually like I put it on the high points of the skull. So here, for example, in the cheekbone, I'm gonna back it up because this for me makes it look more realistic. I'm gonna put a little bit here on the jaw to make that jaw even sharper. I love doing this trick, even like when I do other people's Halloween makeup and I'm doing a skull. I love to put this metallic white eyeshadow because I think that it really finishes up the look. Okay, so now I just have to do my lips. I'm gonna line my lips with Frenchie by Colourpop. And I'm gonna use this matte stain by Yves Saint Laurent. It's called Tatouage Couture. Je suis désolée pour ma mauvaise prononciation. And I'm gonna finish it off with Scandinavia setting spray. And that is the look. So I hope that you guys liked it. I mean, this was way harder than I thought. But well, it's okay. You know what? We made it work. We made it work. That's the most important. Okay. So I hope that you guys liked it. And if you recreate this look, please let me know and send me pictures. Usually on social media, I'm at Vane Barbie. So let me know if you follow this tutorial. I hope that you all have a great Halloween and stay safe. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye!